interesting feelings about it. I don't know which ones Hello, happy holidays, and welcome to day 11 of Bookmas, as well as a reading vlog where I'm going to be taking you guys with me, and we're going to be seeing what all I can read during this Bookmas adventure. I have so many different cozy reads that I want to get to in this reading vlog, and I have a little bit of time, so I feel like we can get through a few books. And the first book that I'm starting with, and have already started, Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, and oh my god, I am loving this so much. I don't know if I'm just becoming a rom-com lover or if I'm just loving this particularly because of the writing style and the characters and the Christmassy atmosphere that this is giving off. It's just giving off so much holiday cheer and holiday joy, and I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. This follows our main character, Harriet, who has inherited her aunt's antique store, and she feels like she's a good person. She's very much so a people pleaser. Definitely some history there where she feels like she's just a big disappointment to everyone. But unfortunately, she is being visited and haunted by the ghost of Christmas past. He is there to show her errors of her ways, except the problem is he doesn't know what the errors of her ways are. They're going into her memories, looking at her memories, and there's nothing coming out to him that signals that she's a bad person. So they're both trying to figure out, why is it that he's haunting her? Because usually the people that he haunts are Scrooges and Grinches and horrible, horrible people. I am loving it. But yeah, this is adorable. This is cute. So I'm very excited to be continuing this. So we're going to continue reading this, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Hi. Hello. I've just realized that I have not given you guys a reading update yet, and here's the thing. I am 60 pages away from finishing Good Spirits. Man, what do I say? Okay, so I am so enjoying this. I don't know if it's just because I am in the Christmassy holiday mood. I don't know if it's because our main character, Harriet, is just a cinnamon roll wrapped in bows and is a candy cane lover. I don't know if it's I'm just having a really good time. I don't know if it's I'm becoming somebody that is enjoying romance or a specific type of romances. I will say that this is marketed as a cozy Hallmark romance sparkly book and everything. However, I do think that there's a heavy emotional aspect to this book as well, where our main character is really struggling with not only self-loathing but self-disappointment. She has grown up in a household where she's treated like dirt, where she's expected to be prim and proper and follow the path that her family has lined out for her, and when she started deviating from that, her mother treated her so horribly. So I'm excited to see where this is gonna end, because yeah, we're 60 pages from the end. Good Spirits by B.K. Borison, and I loved this so much. Like, I truly loved this. I ended up giving this a 4-star. This is just so wonderful. I loved the holiday vibes. I loved that our main character is literally this epitome of Christmas. Everything about it was just so holiday and festive. The romance was just so beautiful, and I know for some people they would probably say, oh, it's such a quick romance, but for me I felt like it was a slow burn. Like it definitely took, like the attraction was there, that's for sure, but the actual romance itself felt like it just had a very beautiful build to it. There's definitely a lot of emotional moments in this, and I think it just made the book so much better. I just loved it. It was so beautiful, and it was perfect to start off this holiday season with. And then I sat here and I was like, okay, what am I gonna read next? What do I want to read next? I was definitely looking for something, once again, lighthearted, kind of cozy, but I needed something like laugh out loud. And after reading 2 to 3 pages of The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, I just couldn't. I needed to pause myself because I was just laughing so hard. I think I only read 2 to 3 pages just to see if it would get me in the mood, and it got me in the mood. It takes place, I believe, during the Victorian period. At least from what it says, she's the ideal Victorian lady. And she is also a thief, and she does thievery things, and there's apparently a bunch of cast of characters. However, there's a hit out on her, and there's also a lot of other treacherous things going on the side, and she ends up banding together with the man that has a hit on her, and he's also a pirate. So this is what we're going to be continuing with during this bookmas adventure. How many pages to the end? Like 70? No, not even, like 25 pages to the end of this. And I have thoughts and I have interesting feelings about it. First, let me just say, this is the most unique book that I have read in some time, and here's why. So this follows our main character Cecilia, who is a lady of Victorian era, but she's also a pirate and a thief. And now you're thinking pirate, okay, ships, she pirates a ship, like she has a pirate ship. No. In this world, you don't have pirate ships, you have pirate houses. And those pirate houses can fly, and yes, they are equipped with everything that a pirate ship would have. They have cannons, they have sword fights, they have duels, they have very interesting lady tea parties, but there's also assassinations that can happen during them. It's a very interesting world, and we don't have like necessarily a magic system, but it's there, it's hinted at, it's talked about a little bit, it's not really elaborated on. And in this Victorian society, women are not seen as the meek, quiet homemakers that they ought to be. No, they are loud, they're boisterous, they are known as pirates, and society kind of steers clear of them. We also have our other main character, Ned, who you really don't know what to expect from him. Is he an assassin? Is he a guard? Is he everything else? He kind of has like his hands in a little bit of everything. He's a very much an entrepreneur type of man. And you have a lot of references to classical literature. You have Jane Eyre, you have the Bronte sisters, you have Wordsworth, and that classic literature plays a huge role in this, because then you have the villain who is somehow related to the Brontes, and he uses that as his reasoning that men should be back in place. They should be the ones that are controlling piracy again, because piracy is women's work, and actually men in this book are seen as the ones that are weak and need to be the homemakers. You're probably wondering, okay, there has to be a but. This is unique and everything, but where's the but? The but is that 90% of this book is dialogue and 10% of it is plot. I honestly feel like most of the time this book was written just for the bantering between Cecilia and Ned and not for the plot itself. I felt like we got to the main height of the plot in this book, and I think I remember the actual action, the climax of it, happening at page 200, and we still have another 100 pages to go, and I will say not much has happened. I feel like this book is just repeating itself over and over and over again. But I have 20 pages to the end. I'm gonna finish this and then I will check in with you guys after I finish it, and we might be able to fit in one more book. Good morning or afternoon, I don't know. The light is very dismal today. We have a little bit of snow falling outside. I did finish The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels, and I would give it probably a generous 3.5 star. And here's why. As I said earlier, the reason I really like this book is because of the uniqueness. But the reason why it wasn't a 4-star or a 4.5 is, as I said earlier as well, this book I feel was written for the banter and the dialogue and not the plot. I felt as if the plot was everywhere. And not only that, I do not feel like our characters were really fleshed out well enough. I felt like the Cecilia at the beginning of the book was the exact same Cecilia at the end of the book. And I can't even tell you what Ned's character arc was, because I felt as if he really was only there to be a love interest and not a secondary character. We kind of had like 3 different plot lines, and while one of them was wrapped up, the rest weren't, and you're still kind of left guessing as to why this whole situation started to begin with. Like, if you removed about 100 pages and a lot of the dialogue, you would still understand what's going on in this book. We are still about 4 or 5 days away from the end of Bookmas, so I definitely can fit in at least one more book. I don't know which ones I'm going to go with. So we have the What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez, and then we have Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. I'm feeling like I want to go back to like a romantic holiday read, but I also have been really interested in getting into this. You'll see which one I pick up in like a few minutes. I'm gonna think about it. So I did pick up Lovelight Farm by B.K. Borison, and I don't know if it's the season, I don't know if I'm in just really holiday mood, holiday spirit, or if it's B.K. Borison's writing, probably a little bit of both, but I'm loving Lovelight Farms. I love the characters. I love the side characters. I love that this is taking place on a Christmas tree farm. I love that there's a little bit of mystery going on in the background because somebody might be trying to sabotage the Christmas tree farm, and I am liking the fake dating trope, which is very strange for me to say because it is the one trope that I absolutely dislike. And I think if it's done correctly, I'll like it, but most of the time I feel like it's not done correctly. And on top of that, we also have the potential friends to lovers trope, which I do really enjoy. But this follows our main character, Stella, who ended up buying a Christmas tree farm, I believe, almost a year ago, and things are not going as planned. She's not able to keep up with the upkeep and the cost of the Christmas tree farm, and on top of that, the trees have been failing. They have been dying and look like sad little, as she calls it, the Nightmare Before Christmas trees. And then a chance comes along where she enters into an Instagram giveaway and actually ends up winning it. But the caveat is that she lied on her entry saying that her and her boyfriend opened this Christmas tree farm, and there is no boyfriend. But now you have this influencer coming because she thinks it's a romantic getaway and that this couple opened this Christmas tree farm, and now she needs to find somebody to fake date. And enter Luca, her best friend, who is more than willing to fake date her. And here's the thing, she has feelings for him, and she doesn't know how she's going to separate those real emotions from that fake dating. I don't know. I think I'm just loving it. That's all I can say. And I don't know how she doesn't see that he most likely is in love with her too, and that they're just two individuals that are like so afraid of ruining their friendship that they're not willing to actually try dating. And then on top of that, you have this entire small town who have been waiting for them to date as well, so that also is playing a little bit of a fun role into this plot. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading this because I'm loving it and I'm just itching to kind of read more into Luca and Stella's fake relationship. Alright, so we are at the end of this reading vlog and we are at the end of Bookmas. Tomorrow is the last day of Bookmas. I held out on doing this outro just because I wanted to make sure I gave myself enough time to get in all the books that I wanted to during the last 12 days, and I did. And I did finish Love Light Farms. I loved it. I loved the characters. I loved this fake relationship, and I loved this growth from friends to lovers, and I loved them figuring out, is a relationship something they're capable of, and at the end of the day, are they still going to be the bestest of friends that they were before they started a fake relationship. And I loved our side characters. I love the fact that this took place on a Christmas tree farm. This was everything I needed to get into the holiday spirit and the holiday mood. Once again, B.K. Borison definitely delivers on emotionally vulnerable characters. For example, like in Good Spirits, our main character had a lot of, she always felt like she was a disappointment to everyone and she felt like she needed to please everyone. Stella is more so, she's afraid of abandonment and being left, and because everyone in her life has left her and she has a father that's just absent, these emotionally vulnerable characters really grip at you. And it's not even just the main character, it's also these side characters as well. You can definitely see that they also have gone through a lot in their life, and I will definitely be picking up much more of B.K. Borison's writing or anything that she publishes, because I think I have found myself a new auto-buy author. But here are all 3 of the books that I finished during Bookmas. I felt like I did finish Love Light Farms a few days ago. I felt like maybe I could have started another one, but I feel like 3 books in a little under 12 days was definitely doable for me, and it didn't feel overwhelming, and I felt really good. We finished Love Light Farms, which I gave 4.5 stars. We finished Good Spirits, which I gave, I believe, a 4-star, and we finished The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels by India Holton, and I gave this one, I think, a 3.25 star. Was, I think, my final decision on that. All of them were wonderful, all of them were beautiful, but definitely the ones that take the cake are the ones that were written by B.K. Borison. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you've been enjoying Bookmas, and I will see you guys tomorrow in my last Bookmas video. Bye!